Hey guys. Welcome back to Recall On. Today, I'm gonna show a Spanish thriller movie from 2020 titled The Paramedic. Before I start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Film begins and a car is flipped in an accident, and inside it, a wailing woman is heard. She with her husband, and from a distance, the sound of sirens can be heard, breaking the quiet of the night. Paramedic Angel appears at the scene and together with his partner, Ricardo, they check on the victims. He moves one of them away from the crash, but while Ricardo calling their superiors, Angel uses the opportunity to steal from the crash site. He hides the item under his shirt before relocating the victim to a treatment facility. Later that night, Angel has a hungry and exhausting bout of Humpty Dumptying with his live-in partner, Vanessa. After a while, Vanessa leaves to attend her classes, and through the peek hole, he watches her greet their elderly neighbor, Vicente, and his dog. With his lover gone, Angel immediately opens a secret cabinet to hide his smuggled treasure. The night after, Angel and Ricardo receive an emergency call about a woman who was found unconscious in an apartment. The two of them arrive, and while Ricardo checking the elderly woman and confirming her death, Angel steals the dead woman's valuables. He sells the pilfered jewelry to firm for €250, then keeps a box for himself. He lies that his grandmother gave them to him. Angel comes home, frustrated since Vicente dog left some nice crap for him to step on. He finds Vanessa in their apartment, saying she's on her period. The two of them having been trying for a baby for some time now, and Vanessa convinces him to have a sperm count. They argue over the matter, but he eventually concedes that he will. That evening, Vicente dog keeps Angel up all night because of his barking. Like Angel had promised, he goes to a doctor who informs him that he has a low count with just a 3% chance to get his woman pregnant. He comes home that night and hides the findings from Vanessa. Instead, he tells her that they should try more often and have the weekend to themselves. Since she's busy with her studies, she declines his offer and kisses him before showering. Angel then notices her ringing phone, and when he browses through its contents, he gets suspicious upon seeing how frequently Vanessa and her classmate are communicating. Later, during work, he meets with his physician friend Andreas, who offers him a recreational substance to smoke. Again, he receives an emergency call, which is him and Ricardo retrieving an unconscious man from a car accident to deliver him to the hospital. Ricardo drives through the busy streets with Angel tending to the victim. But as the man starts convulsing, Ricardo gets distracted, and a truck hits their vehicle. Time passes, and Vanessa is comforting a sobbing Angel while showering. That night, he stares blankly at nothing in particular. Paralyzed from the waist down, Angel is confined to a wheelchair. Before Vanessa leaves for school, she asks him if he needs anything. As he requesting for his painkillers and the TV remote, her ringing phone distracts him, and to his disappointment, he discovers that it's her handsome classmate again. He gets jealous, prompting Vanessa to try and console him before leaving. The next day, Angel boards a bus while watching a video talking about how to spy on one partner. For his rehab sessions, a nurse named Sandra observes his progress. Back at their home, Vanessa welcomes Ricardo, who there to visit Angel and give him a present. Angel, on the other hand, gets upset, seeing his partner mobile and unscathed after the incident, while it left him paralyzed and bound to his chair. He starts blaming Ricardo for the accident, snapping that all he had to do drive carefully. This renders Ricardo speechless, and wishing him well is all he could do before leaving. That night, Vanessa off to another studio session, so he inquires why she can't just study at home. She explains that they have a group project, so Angel just asks her to grab him some ice cream downstairs before she leaves. While Vanessa gone, he quickly installs a spy application on her phone. Once she left their apartment, he tests the application to confirm her whereabouts. That same evening, Angel can sleep again because of the barking dog, so he complains about it the next morning. At rehab, Sandra tries to motivate him, but Angel just tells her that she loves seeing him suffer, to which she sarcastically agrees. Though he struggles to reach for his wheelchair for his upper body exercise, he eventually manages to succeed, and Sandra applauds him. Back at home, he happily shares his progress with Vanessa, but noticing her lack of enthusiasm, he asks her what's wrong. Vanessa mentions that she got offered an internship at a vet clinic. Angel is the slightest bit supportive of her decision, especially since she have to work part-time at a call center instead of working full-time. This brews into an argument between them with Angel temper spiking and Vanessa trying to keep calm. But with Angel growing more and more patronizing and condescending, she asks him if he does see what she's been doing for him, so he fires back, asking, "What about all I have done for you all these years?" With that, he continues to berate and condescend her until she walks out on him. He continues to spy on Vanessa while she at work. Later, he tries to call her to no avail. Ash struggles with finding the pain meds for the phantom pain on his paralyzed leg. After finally taking his medication, he hides it under the bed, and in the morning, he watches Vanessa happily play with Vicente dog before closing their apartment door and greeting him. Angel quickly berates Vanessa for leaving him with no painkillers and for forgetting something that important. Vanessa tries to look for them, but when she can find his medication, she apologizes. In turn, Angel sarcastically apologizes for leaving him in so much pain. Dejected, Vanessa excuses herself to buy some more. With her gone, Angel soon starts preparing a deadly meal for Vicente dog. He feeds it to the poor pooch without Vicente knowing. At night, Angel uses the spyware to listen in on Vanessa's conversation with her friend where she divulges that she going crazy and that she knows she left the pills in Thecaport. Her friend tells her that she never licked Angel and that she should leave, but Vanessa answers that she can just leave him now. Still, her friend encourages her to think about herself and offers her to stay at her place. That same night, Angel surprises Vanessa betraying to woo her with a romantic dinner. They later attempt to have a hormone session since he desperate to have a baby with her, but Angel can feel anything, forcing them to stop. While Angel is showering, Vanessa gets suspicious of his activities at home. She goes through his laptop and discovers that he'd been spying on her. Without a second to waste, Vanessa packs her bags and leaves. By the time Angel finished showering, Vanessa long gone, and he catches thief on his laptop disconnected from her phone. The passing months have taught Angel to fend for himself. He buys his own groceries and continues his rehabilitation with Sandra's assistance. Angel's lonely life goes on in his empty home without Vanessa. But later that night, he manages to spy on her, and he discovers that she'd been dating Ricardo, of all people. Adding insult to injury, he sees them happily visiting a baby shop. Now a broken man with nothing left to lose, Angel opens his cabinet of smuggled goods and visits Andreas to acquire some medication for his sinister plans. In the following morning, he follows Vanessa as she walks along the streets. He calls her attention, but the woman clearly has no intentions of being involved with him. But he simply tells her that he wishes her well before saying goodbye. Vanessa starts feeling a bit of pity for him, so she accompanies him home. At the apartment, she bids him goodbye, but Angel stops her and tells her that he had packed her passport and valuables in a box for her to pick up. Though she hesitant, Vanessa enters Therald's apartment, only for Angel to inject her with the medication he acquired from Andreas. She falls unconscious on the bed. The next morning, Vanessa is already Tito the bed when she wakes up. She screams to no avail since her mouth is well obstructed. Angel happily comes over to greet her, but when she tries to call for help and make Ericus, he turns up the stereo to overpower her screams. He then takes her phone and sees Ricardo messages, so he leaves him a message as Vanessa, saying that she wants to leave him, before throwing the phone into a river. That night, Angel turns off the music and removes the gag from Vanessa's mouth. Unmoved by her distress, the cruel and selfish man tells her how happy he is now that she finally home. Angel also adds that he saw Ricardo and told him about the baby they are having. Vanessa tries to plead with him to untie her, but all her screams fall to deaf ears. He then injects her with a powerful sedative to knock her out. Later, Vicente buzzes his apartment door to complain about the loud music that's been playing all day long. Angel retorts that he didn't complain when his dog been barking up the place all month, so Vicente apologizes and explains that he couldn't bring the dog to the place where his wife was hospitalized. He also adds that his wife and dog had already passed away now, before asking about Vanessa. Vicente says that he heard her screams, but Angel denies this, saying that she was only there to pick up her things. The next day, he continues his rehabilitation with Sandra, who notices how serious he is during his workout. Angel shares that he and his girlfriend are expecting a baby, which surprises her. Angel heads home at night to Ricardo waiting for him outside his apartment building. Ricardo asks if he's seen Vanessa and reveals that they have been seeing each other and are expecting a baby. Angel lies about never seeing her. That same night, Vanessa wakes up in bed, and to her horror, she's paralyzed from the waist down. Angel tells her that it's temporary, and Vanessa snaps that he is sick. She tries to crawl away with a soothing backdrop of soft and romantic music, courtesy of Angel. He watches her obsessively as she suffers trying to open the bedroom door. Days pass, and Angel receives several messages from Ricardo asking about Vanessa and threatening to call the cops if he doesn't respond. Later, he eats dinner with Vanessa in bed and offers her some wine. Vanessa immediately grabs the bottle and smashes it on his head before quickly crawling away and shouting for help. Their altercation left Angel bleeding, and though he is in pain, he prepares the sedatives to inject Vanessa once more. Just then, he hears Vicente repeatedly banging on the door, demanding him to open or else he will call the cops. Angel opens the door, letting Vicente rush inside upon seeing Vanessa on the floor. But their reunion is short-lived as a sinister Angel proceeds to stab him repeatedly. Vanessa can only watch in horror before eventually falling unconscious. Meanwhile, Angel calls Furman and pays him with a smuggled watch to clean the mess for him. He smokes and watches from his veranda while Furman moves Vicente's body. Several days have passed, and while Angel casually eats breakfast, he gets a surprise visit from the police. The cops ask him about Vanessa and Ricardo's disappearance, so Angel explains his situation with Vanessa, how they are broken up now, and how he hasn't seen his former colleague in months. But as it turns out, Angel had snuck inside Ricardo's home one night, and after rendering him unconscious, he made him drink a poisonous concoction. When the police leave, Angel prepares a baby crib for Vanessa's unborn child. He then checks on her after noticing that she has been asleep all day. She tells him that he will end up killing her and the baby if he keeps locking them inside his room, so later on, Angel lets Vanessa out to have breakfast on the table. He then surprises her with a baby stroller along with a stolen box string. If she gains back his trust, then he will marry her. Vanessa soon excuses herself to go to the bathroom, and with Angel accompanying her, she finds a nail cutter and hides it in her spinach. At night, Angel ties her up and gags her before she sleeps. Unbeknownst to him, Vanessa has the nail cutter with her and uses it to free herself from captivity. While Angel is out, Vanessa struggles to get off the bed and breaks the door locks using a screwdriver. By the time she reaches the apartment stairs, she begins to regain the sensation on her feet. Vanessa gets to the elevator door, but to her surprise, Angel emerges from it and they have a cat and mouse chase. This ends with the two of them struggling to crawl downstairs. Angel soon catches up to her, but Vanessa overpowers him. He starts grabbing her feet to keep himself from falling off the edge of the apartment building stairs. Unfortunately for him, Vanessa is unrelenting, and she uses the screwdriver to stab him on his shoulder. Angel desperately hangs on to the stair railings, but she promptly stabs his hands, making him fall from their high apartment. Seeing his motionless body on the ground, Vanessa cries in relief as she has now fully freed herself from him. Months later, Angel sits in a fully motorized wheelchair with a tracheostomy opening on his neck, indicating that he is now paralyzed from the neck down. A medical staff then informs him of how jealous he is since he has just received a visit from his girlfriend. Perturbingly, Vanessa shoots Angel a menacing look, and she tells him that from now on, she will be taking care of him. With that, she walks him out of the hospital building. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.